Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's his next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Is Bitcoin going to take a dump, right? It's already breaking down, but is it going to dump all the way to the 38.2 or continue all the way down to the 61.8? Dum, dum, dum. Or is it going to bounce off the 38.2 and head to $30,000? We're going to find out that today and more. My name is Davinci Jeremy. I'm here joined with Inti Campos.
Good morning, people. How are you today?
And I have a mic set up for you, but unfortunately, could not get it to work without having an echo, because I need a unidirectional mic and like a shotgun mic so that my voice does not go echo through, and so it's gonna be a while. But anyways, how you doing today?
Oh, pretty good. Yesterday, I had like 4 hours of sleep, so I'm already charged, as always.
Awesome. Oh, wow. Well, last night was very interesting in the Pandora's Wallet group, right? We had a long that got blown out, and then boom, we just switched to a short. I pointed out an option of a short, and we're going to talk about that today. Man, it's Bitcoin is going crazy on Twitter. We're going to talk about that too. I mean, have you seen crypto Twitter? Man, it's crazy out there.
I hate Twitter and I hate social media in general. Sorry about that.
Well, that's all right. You're going to see in today's show.
Okay.
All right. So, anyways, before I head on to today's show, you got a few words to say, don't you?
Yes, I do. It's always worth to remind you people that this video is for entertainment purposes only and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Awesome. Well, let's head over to see what we can see here on the charts. Before I go on the charts, right, I want to do a little bit, go over some of the crypto Twitter nonsense that's going on, right? So, first off, Elon Musk, right, he has been tweeting out like crazy, right? And I mean, if you followed my tweets, it's mostly jokes and stuff like that. But the most serious part is when Elon said, hey, listen, is it possible that I can like put $100 billion into Bitcoin? And the answer is obviously no, right? Because Elon can't fit $100 billion into Bitcoin without moving the price. He can. He can't, as it's 1/4 of the market cap. Like, if you take a look at the market cap, right? I mean, come on, right? I mean, do you think he can put 25% of the market cap and go, yeah, I won't move the price like what's his name, Saylor did, right? No, that's not possible. It's just not possible. Maybe you could do 1%, right? 1%, like 1 billion, maybe 2, without moving the price, but that's about it. And so because Bitcoin, I mean, at this point, it can't fit that kind of cash in it. When it's a $1 trillion market cap, sure, no problem. Well, no, actually, that'd be 1/10, so probably not. So he needs to get it to like, it needs to be like, 10 trillion, right? And then it's like, okay, you might have to work a little bit, but you can do it. So yeah, 10 trillion is what he would need, the market cap of Bitcoin, before he could actually put his 100 billion into Bitcoin without moving the price. And so, we got a long way to go, man. Can you imagine that? We moved from 400 billion to 10 trillion. Ooh, Nelly, that'd be sweet. But yeah, once again, I on my Twitter, I was like, I hate it when I do this, when I actually forget a word or forget part of the word. But anyways, this was nasty. It just, the W breakout, right? We saw the W breakout, and I mentioned to everybody, hey, listen, there's a W within a W, right, on there. So we're 3 W's in this, even a bigger one on the larger time frame. So let's go for it. Let's go for a long, right? And then all of a sudden, as it was breaking higher, right, someone with a lot of Ethereum and a lot of Bitcoin, came in and said, nope, you're not going up. You're going down. And they hit it. They hit it hard. You can see in the volume in lower time frames They did this move down, and then that was it. All of a sudden, people just lost it. They just lost all confidence, and then it was gone. They didn't have to do much work, but they had a lot. They had a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum to pull that reversal off, and they reversed it hard. And yeah, so this actually was a candle pattern that indicates, okay, wait a second, there's a reversal care coming. So yeah, I missed that one, but in our group, I said, hey, wait a minute. I'm sorry, guys. I know I was supposed to post it inside this this chat, but in the video that we did, right, I talked about how, okay, well, there's now what's it called, a hourly divergence. We don't buy it with the down market when it popped down, right? I'm like, it went all the way to like I think it was like 621. And I'm like, okay, guys, we don't short here. We have to wait until it comes back up to the 61.8, 78.6. Same with Bitcoin, and then boom. Here, let's actually talk about that now. So yeah, in the in our chat from yesterday, in the video chat yesterday, let me just make this bigger. We were like right here when I was saying, hey, listen, guys, you don't want to short this here. That's just wrong. We've got the divergence, right? We're pointing this out, right? What you do is you take your fibs, right? Every time when a divergence shows up, you take your fibs, go back up to the top here, and I like the Hail Mary on Bitcoin. Hail Mary is the best one on Bitcoin. It used to be the 61.8, but not so much anymore with Bitcoin. It's 78.6. And you take a short and you hit it. And that's what I suggested everybody do last night. Now, I should have put this chart in the group. Sorry, guys, I messed up on that one. But yeah, there it is. And then here we go. We went straight down. We even broke this. This was a wedge, right? A shrinking wedge, right? And yeah, you can see we were like, okay, if this thing breaks here, that's it. It's going down for sure. And yeah, and it did. Right now, you can see we're actually turning around a little bit on the hourly because we're like way oversold. We're outside the band, so this is to be expected. We're probably going to consolidate some more here. And we've broken these key levels here. We've broken them. So what does that mean? That means there's further downside, right? That's a key level here that's broken. And there's further downside, and so where do we want to? If you want to jump into a short, but you got to be careful because it's kind of late to the party, though. Kind of late, and you're going against the what's it called, the trend, which is your friend, to the end, and so you're going. There's a big risk here if you want to jump in on a short, and I suggest you not do so. If you're already in one, that's fine. This information, you should probably move your stop loss up to, especially if you got it up here, we move your stop loss maybe to where we broke down from here, and see if we continue further. I'm actually got into this short this morning, actually early this morning when I saw it, because I got up early. And then now, so where you want to short, right? And let me just clear this other fib here. Let's see if I can get that fib. Let's see here. Sorry, I got two screens and I can't seem to. Oh, did I get it? Yes, I did. Okay, there we go. So now, let's see here. The fib. Let's see if this is right. And I'm trying a new setup, right? I switched the screens around, and so things are a little bit difficult right now, and not as cool as it used to be. Let me see if I move this. There we go. Maybe I get some more real estate. There we go. Yeah, so what you can say is, okay, well, if we come back up to 38.2, I'm going to hit it, right? And if we break the 38.2 to 61.8, yeah, you're finished. You're done, right? You need to hit the stop loss. So this is exactly how you'd have to trade this short. And yeah, keep in mind that that it could not work out for you. Oops. I'm getting a little bit confused on which screen I'm on. Sorry about that. All right. So, oh, that's not a short. That is a long. Short. All right. So 38.2 is where you'd want a short. You'd probably go to 61.8 because then, it's coming back up, right? It's bounced. And then we'd go all the way to probably, I would say, to the 1 hour 200 period moving average, right? Which I bet you any money, if we make this thing smaller, that is exactly where the 13 EMA is, 21.33, right? And let's see where is our objective, profit objective, 21. 400, 21,400, 21,500. So, I mean, there you go, right? There you have it. Nice, easy 3-to-1 risk to reward. Of course, right? This is not the most safest trade, right? Things can go very wrong very fast as Bitcoin. People are buying the dips from the dips on a massive basis, and this is where this is the best trade I could come up with based on that short term, immediate short term. So let's see if that plays out right in the next little while. Let's go over to Ethereum and see what we can see. Ethereum, because it broke this green line here, and I should change the colors really. Let me go switch it to a red line. It broke that line, and I believe that this is the actual move, but with this really close to the 4 hour, really close to the 200 period moving average, now it hasn't looked at it since forever, right? I mean, if you go back, right, you're like, la, da, 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 da. Oops. Control Z. Right? You go back. The last time was like November 20th. Right? And okay, fine. That's not forever, but still. Right? For crypto people, it is forever, right? I remember talking to somebody in the chat room, and I said, hey, you know what? Alt season is going to come for most of the alts, February, March timeframe, right? And he's like, that's just too long. It's too long to see, gains at 10x of 100x. I have to wait that long?
Okay.
Look at Inti's face.
Okay.
I know. It's ridiculous, right? It's too long.
That guy goes fast. Right? I give him that.
Yeah. So then the problem is, if we come all the way to the 200 period average, right? What's the odds that we might come all the way to the what's it called? This trend line, which is at 560, 555. That's pretty good, right? So look out for that in the coming days for Ethereum, right? But hey, you know what? Once Ethereum decides where its bottom is this year, it's going to go. It's going to bounce off of that, and then I think it'll start beginning its move, slow ascent higher. Now, is there a bullish case for this? Well, I really don't see that being a case here. But let's just take it and see what happens. Take a look. So we got the 61.8, which will probably meet with the 200 period moving average, or the 78.6. But I don't see anything turning us around because we've already broken through the 38.2. 38.2 is the deciding factor. The Bollinger Band squeezed on the 4 hour, and we've chosen a direction. So, I mean, the direction is clear. We're heading further down. And there's no, let's just take a look at the volume. Interesting. There's a decent volume, not the greatest volume for this move downwards. There is no divergence on the 4 hour, so it might not might only go to the 61.8 before it actually starts to bounce. So yeah, you've got a lot of risk here when you're joining in on a short on such a last minute deal. So I would not look for shorts here. If you do want to, if you absolutely want to trade this, absolutely must trade this. You probably shouldn't, but if you absolutely must, right? You can always do the fibs, right? And then I believe that a 38.2 continuation trade, as we come back up here, look to see if the 38.2 will hold it, will hold, and then break down, and then we head further down. Unfortunately, this is Ethereum. I really think that the 61.8 would be the best place to look for, because there's lots of volatility. I would suggest you move your short up to the 61.8 and see if it holds the 78.6, because there's a clear M, right? And hopefully we don't test this right here, right there. So yeah, I think that's the best place for you to get the short off. I would not do the 78.6 at this point, because it's just it would come back right back to the beginning of that M. It's a possibility, but I think it's a lower possibility if this thing is definitely heading down lower. Now, I could be wrong. Could come up all the way to the Hail Mary, right? And then roll over. So keep that in mind. Alrighty. So let's head over to some news events, right? Like this one, which is very important for you guys, for everybody, even me, right? I'm on the list, and I can show you how to check if you're on the list. Ledger users threaten legal action after hack dumps personal data. Ledger recently lost a lot of people's information, both your phone number, your address, your everything, everything to get to you, right? To call you up, to email you, and stuff like that. But your money's safe unless somebody calls you up and say, "Hey, we're from Ledger, right? We've had some data breaches, and we just need your 24 phrase password so that we can help you ensure that you're not your data's safe, your money's safe." Don't do that. Don't get caught by that kind of nonsense, right? Because that's coming. And the worst kind of nonsense that's really going to screw you over, and it's screwed over more people this way than the other, than the phone call one, is when somebody sends you. Here, let me just show you what happens, right? If you go over to Pwned, right, and enter in your email, right, it'll show you whether or not you've been affected, right? So, have I been pwned, right? The link's in the description below. You enter in your email, and then below you see, oh, look at that. Yeah, that's right. They got my data, and it's available for hackers to come after me. So I got to watch out because they've got that data, and they got my email, and I should be getting some spams and some craziness. Now, the key thing to watch out for is not just the phone calls. Right, but the what's it called? The emails, because the email ones are the ones that really get you, and because they come up with some very elaborate ones. Like for example, if you were hacked on another data breach, right? Such as for example, I don't want to show my email, so I'm going to switch screens. I'm going to I'm gonna show you some of the my other emails, because that was my work email, but my private email, which that's why I want to keep it private. It's got a lot of breaches on the Pwned website. So let's see. Let me show you. There we go. So Ledger has got me on my private. BTCE, this Chegg, I don't know, collections, Discuss, Forbes. I mean, it's all over now. So all my passwords, my older passwords have been compromised, right? And so what they tend to do, right, is use an old password, send you an email, and say, hey, listen, I have your password, and because most people use the same password over and over again, I have your password, and I managed to break into your computer systems, and I've seen all the nasty stuff that you've been doing, and man, when people find out, right, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And so if you don't want me to reveal all that information, here's an address, send some money now. And people fall for that all the time. I've seen that over and over and over again sent to my email address. And I look at the address that they ask people to send money to, and it's like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. Don't fall for that. They don't have access to your systems, okay? And yeah, you should change your passwords everywhere, but trust me, they have not looked into everything that you have. So you're fine, right? It's just somebody, playing around, trying to mess with you. And don't let them mess you over, man. Please. Right? Keep your money, right? Just change all your passwords right now. Check out have I been pwned? And if you don't know what pwned means, right? Do you know what pwned means, Inti?
No, I don't.
You don't? Oh, wow. I think the younger generation should know. Man, pwned means you've been owned, right? It's but it's like it's
an anagram with passphrase.
Yeah,
password.
It's like because the P is like O, and so yeah, there's just one of those crazy kid things that they do, right? Pwned. Yeah. So anyways, and it really means owned, but anyways, it's kind of silly, right? But that's what it means. And yeah, so hopefully you haven't been owned. Alrighty. Okay, well, let's head over to my Uniswap token, which is taking a beating, right? It got back up to $100, right? And yeah, it doesn't look so good. Looks kind of sad.
I see, very happy.
No, exactly.
It looks like it's smiling at us.
I know. Well, let's just keep in mind, right, people, that I've got a lot of cash to pump this bag, right? So keep that in mind, all right? So I can always keep it from dropping below this level. So always keep that in the back of your head. There's not a lot, this is like a very low market cap, right? So there's a lot of room for upsides, right? Compared to all the different altcoins out there. So yeah, consider that when you want to buy some. Don't buy a whole lot, of course, right? There will be fluctuations, there will be ups, there will be downs. But yeah, a small amount is all you really need. All right. If you wanted to join in and see what some of my trades are and what I'm doing, you could do so by joining the Pandora's Wallet group, by purchasing a Pandora's Wallet subscription, and you could be part of the Telegram group where I show you my trades, my portfolio, and a whole bunch of other things as well. Alrighty, so one last thing, I wanted to go over to have some fun on Twitter, right? I mean, I love Twitter, man. I know you don't, Inti, but I love it because it's stuff like this. It's really.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Now this is a Bitcoin meme I could definitely get behind, right? You know what I mean? So
Very poor choice of words, if you ask me.
Or were they? Crypto Twitter, lots of fun.
Yeah, the guy says literally get behind.
Oh man! Oh wow! So, anyways, yeah, I think that's it for today. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being part of the show. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Bye.